Hey guys, happy Sunday. Thanks for joining me another day on my cooking video. I know you guys love it, and today I'm super excited because I have a challenge to do a cauliflower crusted pizza. Never did it before, but I was up for the challenge. Somebody asked me to do it, so I'm like, why not? So let's go right into it. Here are the ingredients. Of course, you're gonna need the cauliflower. You want a small to medium head of a cauliflower. You want to have 2 eggs, and you're going to beat this up. We're going to have about 1.5 cups of diced up peppers. You can use any color, orange, yellow, green, blue, anything. And then 1/2 cup of cut up diced red onions. And then about 1/2 cup of, this is pretty packed out, this mushrooms. You know, mushrooms when they cook, they water down. So 1 cup of sliced mushrooms. And then for cheese, we're going to need 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese and about 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, grated. And then on top of the pizza, we're also going to have spinach. You can use about 1 cup. You can add more because just like the mushrooms, the spinach is going to dwindle down once it starts to get heated up. Also, you can have some parsley, fresh parsley, or you can also use what's that? The shaker parsley. You know, dry. I prefer fresh because I feel like the seasoning really comes out more. And then that's about it when it comes to that. But a big thing when it comes to the cooking, you want to use a cooking stone. This is a cooking stone that you can cook breads, you know, pastries on it. If you don't have a cooking stone, you can use a baking sheet, but make sure you have the parchment paper to put on it, just as we're going to put the parchment paper on here. And then I like to have some chicken, some meat on my pizza, so I have some leftover, you know, grilled chicken that I did earlier, so you can use any type of meat on top. As far as the sauce, I don't really like to use a sauce. I'm going to use diced tomatoes. These are fire roasted garlic diced tomatoes, so you can get this in the spaghetti and sauce aisle. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic, and then we're going to have salt and pepper for seasoning. And another seasoning that we can use is oregano. You can use fresh oregano, or you can use oregano from the dried shaker. And then I also just have in a little container 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to put this on the outside of the crust so it won't burn. And as far as other supplies, food processor, we're going to use this for the cauliflower. If you don't have a food processor, then you can use a cheese grater. Just try to get it really fine because we don't want to have big pieces as our crust. And you want to have a nice mixing bowl because we're going to make all the stuff in here when we do the crust, and that'll be step 1. So clear out your space, get your area together, make sure you preheat your oven at 500 degrees and put the cooking stone inside the oven because we want the stone to heat up. All right, I'm ready. Hope you're ready. Enjoy. This is a food processor. We have our florets in here. This is about 1/2 and 1/3 of the cauliflower that we had. And now that we have it in there, get this thing closed, and then we want to pulse it for about 30 seconds. We want it to get light and fluffy, but we don't want it to get mushy because cauliflower has a lot of water in it. So you want to pulse it. So keep pulsing it. And then if you have florets on top, you know, feel free to move it around, stick it to the bottom, put the top on, and pulse it again. Just 30 seconds. And when you have this all done, you're going to put it in a separate bowl. Cauliflower, when it is all nicely processed, now we're going to take a microwave safe dish, get a towel, put a napkin over it, and you want to put it in the microwave for 5 minutes because like I said, we want to try to get all the moisture out of it. Put it in the microwave, 5 minutes, and then we're going to strain out the water. I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, so now I just took the cauliflower out the microwave and we have a strainer here. So I'm going to scoop it, and it's already moist, little by little. If you have a bigger one, it's fine, whatever works. You just want to really try to make sure you get a lot of the water out. So I'm going to use here. Ugh, and that's what you want to do the whole time. You got to get the water out. The more water you have in the cauliflower, your crust is going to have holes in it. And we don't want holy pizza. We want nice and, you know, chewy, doughy pizza. So do this the whole time. And then once we're done, I'll go right over here. That big bowl that we have, you just want to dump it in. Do that all at once. Okay? All right, so do all that, and that's the first step as far as getting the cauliflower. Everything in the bowl. This is what we have. We have our cheeses in there, garlic, salt, pepper, egg that's beaten up, and parsley as well as oregano. So you gotta get in there. Let me take off my watch. You gotta get dirty and mix it with your hands. Okay. Let's see it. Mix with your hands. Mix and turn. And you see, that's why it's very important to get all that water out of there, because you get moisture from everything else and you start to get like a dough-like consistency. And just keep doing that. And then pretty soon, next step is us putting it into a pizza dough. And this is what it starts to look like. So try to make sure you get everything together, and now we're gonna get ready to place it in the oven. Crust, and I put it in a bowl, and I'm just spreading it out piece by piece, pushing down, trying to put the sides together. So even mine is very moist, but that's why you want to try your best to get out as much water as you can. You can't get it all, and just try to spread it out like so. It smells good. I smell that parsley. Definitely smell that fresh cheese. All right, good. So just keep on spreading it out. You don't want to make it flat like a pancake. You want it to have something, because it's not going to rise compared to regular pizza dough, because there's no yeast in it. All right, good. So that's a nice size. Have it on the parchment paper. Now we're going to go into the oven. Let me wipe my hands. Okay. So we're going to take the parchment paper. Be very careful, because we're going to put the paper on the pizza stone. All right. Okay, open this up. The stone's very hot. Okay. And then we're going to get the parchment paper, grab underneath. I'm going to place it on the stone. Mess up the sides, just put it back together. Okay. And then close that oven. It's at 500 degrees, really hot. 500 degrees, let it bake in for 15 minutes, and then we put the toppings on. But the hardest part is the crust. So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's really good. All right, so let's take a big break, clean up everything, and then we're gonna put the toppings on. 15 minutes, 500 degrees. All right, I'm anxious. I just want to look at it. I just want to look. Whoa, whoa, steaming up. Look at that crust. It looks super good. All right, close it. All right, gotta take it out in like 2 minutes, and we're gonna put our toppings on. It smells super good. I'm glad it's holding up. So, you have a place you can put it. The pizza stone is very, very hot. I'm putting mine on my stovetop. So here we go. Woo, woo, get a facial. Oh man, look at that. Okay, it's hot. Be careful. Come close. So this is normal, that will happen with the paper, but you see how golden brown this is? This looks beautiful. I'm so happy right now. It smells so good. All right, so these are our toppings. These are our toppings here. This is the sauce that we have. We have our peppers, we have our onions, mushrooms, and basically we're just gonna make a masterpiece on the pizza. I do have to say, when you put the crushed tomatoes, just try to get only the tomatoes. Don't get the sauce, because you don't want it to be watery. Okay, so we can do a little bit together, and then you guys can have fun and do it yourself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with the tomatoes. Like I said, I'm just going to try to get what I can, place it on top, and I'll spread it out. Now it's my masterpiece. It's just like painting. And I'll do this for the whole entire pizza, and it's just fun. You just spread out. Well, I put chicken on it. I'm putting chicken pieces on it. I'm going to put the peppers on it. And if you want, you can put cheese on top. It's up to you. But remember, the cheese already inside. So we're going to do this for a whole entire pizza, and then put it back in for another 15 minutes. All right, guys, come on over, look. So this is the pizza that we have. This is what we have. Now, when it comes to, before you putting in that olive oil that we have, use a brush or use a spoon. And I'm just going to paint the edges, just so the edges of my pizza crust isn't going to be too hard, because like I said, it is very hot. So I just paint the edges. You don't have to make a painting on the edge, but try to make sure you get all the way around. All right, great. So now we have our masterpiece, and we're going to put it back in the oven. Pot holders, because the stone is still hot. Open up the oven first. Grab the stone. Place it back in. Woo! All right. 15 more minutes and then we're done. I'm super excited. It smells so good. Thank you for the challenge, Brittany. Thank you. All right, 15 minutes. There it goes. I had to change my clothes. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And this is it. Nice. Smells good. Whew. Let it cool down. I know you're excited. Let it cool down for at least 5 to 10 minutes. The piece of stone is very hot. And we'll cut it, eat it. This was tough, but I'm so happy I did this. Cauliflower pizza crust. No dough, no flour, nothing. This is amazing. It's over. It's over. Hard work pays off. Focus. Okay. All right, guys. I'm about to eat it. This is what it came out to be. You know, it was really tough on the outside as far as the parchment paper, but I did the best I could. It's a little messy, but I put a lot of stuff on my pizza because when I have a pizza, I don't want it to be a snack. I want it to be a meal. So let's go. Let's try it out. I'll take a piece here. Oh, it's so good. I love chicken. I haven't had real pizza in a while. That was like an inner challenge, but this thing tastes super good. Definitely try it. Thank you so much for watching my cooking video. I love to do it. And anybody else wants to challenge me, let me know. I'm up for challenges. I love the challenge. Just like this pizza that Brittany, thank you for challenging me with. Now, subscribe to my YouTube video below. Remember, you're number one. Stay focused and have a great week. I'm going to finish this up. Peace out, guys.